It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Phoenix Suns at U.S. Airways Center. And guys, for the Suns, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, before he got hurt last year, we saw vintage Chris Bosh. He became a bigger focus without LeBron. We got a reminder of just how dominant he can be, Shaq.
Yeah, he got back to scoring over 20 a game for the first time since leaving Toronto. You know, he provides an offensive presence inside and out. I just hope he's healthy to play the whole season this year.
Yeah, he was very efficient, shooting 46% from the floor. His ability to take you outside if you're a four. And then we saw his post game again, Ernie. We hadn't seen that since Toronto, and like Shaq said, but we saw it again. Great season last year before the injury.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later.
Here in Phoenix, the crowd is going crazy. It's the Miami Heat and the Phoenix Suns. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's the Suns to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Miami, Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside, and it's Deng in at the small forward. On offense, here are the Heat. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season, averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he had.
On defense, Miami. Morris a screen. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Here's Chandler, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
That just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Dragic. Feeds it to Bosh. Fades. Rebounded by Tucker. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's stolen by Dragic. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Bosh a screen on Bledsoe. Bosh sets the pick for Wade. To the paint. Shoots off the screen. And it's Bosh that time on the assist by Wade. Bosh has got his first points of the game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
It's Knight with the drive. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of this game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Knight hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Bosch, a screen on Knight. Out to the right wing. Off the screen. Here's Whiteside. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Knight kicks to Bledsoe. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Morris a screen. Just 5 on the clock. It's Knight with the drive.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Outside Dragic. Whiteside a screen. Pass to Deng. And it's Wade in the corner. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Platoon swap here for Phoenix. And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
Now here's Green. Nice fadeaway to get over the top.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Suns trail by 4. Now Price. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Lure dishes to Price. Takes the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Heat have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Green kicks to Winslow. To the left side wing. Left side Bosch. Stoudemire the screen. 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. Len kicks to Lewis. They set the pick. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Dishes it to Chalmers. The pass to Bosch. The jump hook. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Heat out front, up by 3. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help Greg but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
On the court for the Heat, Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Whiteside is out there with Stoudemire, and it's Dragic in at the 1.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Chandler a screen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley, Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
And the second free throw, good.
And talking about P.J. Tucker, he's really played the same role the past 3 seasons. Excellent inside-out defender, tremendous rebounder for his size, and he really plays within his limitations, taking only shots he can make and also not turning the ball over.
You know, it's funny. We talk about glue guys like Tucker being instrumental to winning the championship, but it's really about trying to find the best guys at what they do. And the case can be made that Tucker is one of the best in the NBA at what he does.
And Miami has possession. And here's Dragic. Stoudemire outside. Pass to Wade. Whiteside a screen on Bledsoe. Whiteside a screen. Dang for 3. Shot is off. And Phoenix will come the other way. Left side, Knight. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Wade. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive.
Knight into the lane. Bledsoe for 3. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Suns trail by 4.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns dancers.
Boys is checked in for Mirza Television.